out, get your pens ready, get your thinking caps on, because it's time to learn some good stuff. So, get your ready to
So what's the difference between an amateur and a professional? Well, generally, professionals get paid. Right? Amateurs do something for a hobby, for a habit, for love. Professionals get paid. I'm sure we've got people in the room that they're golfers. They're amateur golfers. Then Tiger Woods, he's a professional golfer. Mike back there, Billy back there, myself, we all play on the same softball team. We're baseball fanatics, but we're amateurs. We don't get paid for that. We do that for the love of the game. A-Rod, he makes $25 million a year being a professional baseball player. So I want to talk about what it takes to be a professional network marketer as opposed to an amateur network marketer. Because most people in our business are amateurs. You know, you'll hear, it's funny, I'll do radio interviews or TV appearances or just kind of a lot of interviews on this last tour. I don't know why. I was interviewed on a Malaysian newspaper, a magazine in Korea, the main newspaper in Singapore. I had a lot of interviews, and often that question comes up, and they'll say, well, but you know, there's only a certain percentage of people in your business that make the millions of dollars, and then you have lots of people that they don't make a lot of money. Well, why is that? And I say, well, the reason is they have not become professionals. They treat the business like a hobby, so they get a hobby income. You know, and you can do some, I mean, some people do some hobby things and they make a little bit of money. You know, they paint, they sell the paintings at the flea market, or they make gift bracelets or jewelry or whatever, and they make a couple of dollars. But a true professional, they can make an extraordinary amount of money. And a true professional in the network marketing profession, we can make gangster money. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the kind of money I make, here I am, a guy who was a dishwasher in a restaurant, thrown out of high school, no college degrees to make the kind of money I make. That's gangster money. But how did I make gangster money? I've become a professional network marketer. I look at, okay, what are the amateurs doing? What is the professionals doing? And what are the skill sets that I will need to learn to become a professional? So if, and I'm not going to go long tonight, maybe this is 30 minutes or 35 minutes or something, but I really do want to share with you why this is so important, because this really is about dreams. You know, Brandon and I were driving up here, and we were just talking like that a lot. You know, and said, well, how old were you before you really could just set your life the way you want it, decide when you wake up and what you do? And that was a dream. That came about because I saw that dream first. I said, I didn't even know what it was at the start, but I said, I'm going to have my own business. I'm going to have some kind of business where I could just travel the world and work from under a palm tree, whatever. And then when computers came along, I got enamored with, yeah, I'm going to have a business I could run from a laptop sitting on the, you know, the Café Rook in Rue Saint-Honoré in Paris, watching people go by with my laptop, or sitting under a palm tree in Fiji or Tahiti, and know that I can run my business all over the world from this laptop. And I saw that image in my mind, and then I was able to manifest it on the physical realm here with Agile. So, but I had to develop some skill sets. Now, I told you guys, the first company I was ever with was Amway. That happened when I was 20 years old. I had been in the restaurant business and, you know, trying to work my way up from a cook to a waiter to a manager trainee to an assistant manager. Then I was a restaurant manager. And I realized I made less money as a restaurant manager than I made as a waiter. And I worked 2 times as many hours, 3 times as many hours. And I thought, well, so what I need to do is own my own restaurant. So I quit my job as a restaurant manager, and took my assistant manager. We took every penny we could borrow, and we rented a restaurant in another town, and thought we would live the American dream of, you know, opening our own restaurant. Of course, that was a disaster. We didn't have enough money to bootstrap it. We ended up giving it back to the guy who leased it to us. But along the way, on one Thursday night at 8:30, the phone rang, and it was my partner, Jim. He says, Randy, what are you doing Saturday? nothing really. Why? He said, I want you to come over to the house and protect me. Protect you for what? You got 3 big dogs. What are you worried about? He said, well, I was at the gas station filling up my car. There was a guy on the other side of the pump. He started talking to me. He started talking about making money. So he's coming over to the house on Saturday afternoon to talk about making money, and I want you there because I think it's Amway. Now, I was 20 years old, all right? I said, Amway? What's Amway? He said, you don't know what Amway is? That's the thing where they draw the circles and it's about making money? I said, I don't know about circles, I don't know about Amway, but Jimmy, if this is about making money, we need to check this out because we're not making any money. So I go over to his house this Saturday afternoon. That guy shows up. His name is Jimmy too. He has a yellow legal pad like this. He has a red pen. He draws a circle and he writes you. And he draws 5 circles under the first circle. And then 5 under each of the 5 with 25 and 125 and 625 and 3,125 and 15,625 and 78,000. And I was mesmerized. So of course I joined on the spot. And Jimmy had to sign up so he could sign up me. So you can see what a good job I did protecting him, right? Now, I didn't make any money with Amway. Not because it's not a great company. It is a great company. I was just with the sponsorship line that didn't know anything about the business. They told me, go out and find people with hotels because they wash lots of sheets. And you can sell them buckets of SA8 laundry soap. So well, I didn't know anyone in hotels, right? A few people, and they didn't want to buy SA8 laundry soap, right? They had their regular wholesale people they bought from. They weren't going to buy from me. And I was just the kind of person, where I was at that point in my personal development. There was nobody who wanted to do business with me. All I did was I'd go out and I'd argue with people. And that was my whole business. And I can tell you every rational, logical reason why what you're doing right now is stupid and why you'd be an idiot if you didn't join me in Amway. Well, that approach didn't work very well, strangely enough. So I did that for a few months. That didn't work, so I switched to a new approach. I tried begging people. Just straight up, I need somebody, that approach didn't work very well either. So the bottom line was I sponsored one person into the Amway Corporation who was my roommate because I lent him the money for the distributor. And, he hung around. We hung around like 6 months. Neither of us ever did anything else. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have any of the skill sets we're going to talk about. But back in that day, when you joined Amway, you got a 3-ring binder. It was like this thick. It was the training. This is how you do the business. So I said, well, these people must know what they're doing. So I got the binder and I called up and I'd call my friends and say, hello, friend's name. This is your name here speaking. And I've got something I'm really excited about and I'd like to share with you. What would be better? Tuesday night at 7 o'clock or Thursday night at 7:30? And they were like, why are you talking so funny? And weren't a lot of people coming to my house. So 6 months go by, my roommate drops out. Well, what am I going to do? I've lost my entire organization. So of course I drop out. So I said, I tried it. It doesn't work. I love the idea. It just doesn't work. But of course, I've gone to everybody I know, and so now they know Randy's into those things. So a few months go by, I get a call from a guy who says, I've got a deal that's just like Amway, only better than Amway. Well, I liked Amway, so I thought this is better than Amway, so I joined that deal right away, signed up my roommate, same deal. Again, a few months go by, roommate drops out, I drop out. Okay, I tried it again. A few months go by, I get a call. They got a deal that's just like the deal that was just like Amway, only it's better than the deal that was better than Amway. I jump all over it. Roommate comes in. A couple of months go by, he's gone, I'm gone. Ring, ring. I said, deal was just like the deal that was just like the deal that was just like Amway, only it's better than the deal which was better than the deal which was better than Amway. I'm in like Flint. Roommate wouldn't join. So 5 years go by. 5 years I lose money in the business. 5 years I go to meetings, I drive my beat up old Plymouth and I park it behind the restaurant so nobody sees, so I can talk about traveling the beaches of the world, and they don't know I'm driving this beat up old rust bucket with, you know, the Fred Flintstone floor that you can put your feet through and all that stuff. So 5 years, paying money, going meeting prospects, buying packets, going to meetings, not making any money. Finally I say, you know, this isn't working. Something has to change. There's some dynamic here I'm not figuring out, because the fact is there are people that were walking across the stages who were driving the free bonus cars. They were winning those free trips. They were cashing those big bonus checks. And I made a commitment, okay, I've got to find out, what do they know? What is the secret they're not telling me? What is the distinction between those people who make money and those of us who don't make money? What's the deal? What do I have to know? And I had an epiphany after some real critical thinking. I came to the realization I've got to do the business in a way that other people can do it. I've got to develop some skill sets, and then I've got to do these skill sets that other people are going to be able to develop. Because one of the fascinating things that happened was, during the 5 years I was losing money, I was still racking my brain and going crazy. Why are they making money? What do they know? What are they doing? And I noticed that, you know, the person with the markers made the most money. So I said, okay, I got to fight my way to the front of the room. I've got to become one of those people who can make the presentations. I've got to be one of the people who can do the meetings. So I'm going to learn how to give the best presentations in the world. So I found a restaurant in Sunny Isles that had like a banquet room in the back, and they said, you know what, yeah, you can use the back room there. Just tell your people they can, if they buy coffee or tea and have a cake or pie or whatever, we'll just give you the room and we won't charge you. You can do your meetings. So I started doing meetings 5 nights a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night. Every night at 7:30, I got up there, I had a big whiteboard, I wore my